people might be tempted to look at my past and think that the turning point was when I got clean and sober. But the turning point for me is when I began exercising faith in Jesus Christ. That's the true turning point right there. It has so much more to do with allowing Him to come in, and that mercy to come in, and the power to come in and to begin to change me. Do you want to share yours first?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so my turning point was, I remember when I was in sober living, I'd just gotten out of treatment, and I had the feeling that I needed to read the Book of Mormon again. And I hadn't read it since seminary class, which is ancient years ago. But I remember sitting and spending hours into the book, and I would just find myself in tears. And everything I read rang true to me in my heart. I could feel it in my heart, and I knew, even though I didn't understand what I was reading, but I knew it was true. I started to learn about who Jesus Christ was, because the Book of Mormon, it's all it teaches about is Christ and His atonement and repentance. And I found so much joy in that, and I love the Book of Mormon. And so that's kind of where, my journey back into the gospel started, was through the Book of Mormon, and there's so much more, but I'll let you get into the mushy stuff.
I came back to church and clean and sober. I'm having these amazing experiences, and I'm thinking, how will I ever date? How is this ever going to work with my history? I'm trusting God, but how is this going to work? And this is just such a testament to how involved God is in the details. To be led to someone who, found me online through a video that the church did about my story, and for him to be inspired to reach out and us to have a friend in common. And he invited me to come to one of his addiction recovery groups, and just from the moment I heard him bear his testimony, I knew that we were meant to go on. I told him, the first thing I said after the meeting was over, I walked up to him and said, we need to go on tour together. And to share our testimony, because I could tell that he was as passionate as I was, that his transformation was like mine was, that he was on fire for the gospel and understood repentance, and he was the perfect fit for me. And I would tease with friends, I don't know how God is going to find me the right person. It's kind of like finding a purple unicorn or something. And it turns
She just
out
called you a purple unicorn. That's great.
and it turns out, that God had the perfect person in mind, and that our pasts, our complicated, messy past, get to be an asset of our relationship.